I spoke yesterday to you about a path forward for those of us who fear the darkness and the danger that another Trump administration will likely bring. I talked to you about fighting through the darkness and how history has taught us that defeat can pave the way for triumph. But today, I want to talk to you some more about finding that path in the darkness. One of the most critical steps that we collectively as a country and each of us individually as citizens must take is to reckon with the fact that our country did this. For many, Kamala Harris's loss was a disappointment, but for millions of other Americans, what was more crushing was Donald Trump's victory. He ran such a vindictive, racist, and boldly authoritarian campaign, unlike anything we have seen in modern American politics, and he won decisively. When he emerged victorious in 2016, it felt like an accident or maybe an experiment. This time, it was quite deliberate. And for the second time in 3 election cycles, the American people denied the presidency to a woman. And for the second time in 3 election cycles, the man who launched his political career with racist invectives has been elected to office, the highest office in this country. But this time, his victory seems more like a blatant betrayal of our democratic ideals, a rejection of the years of work that generations of Americans, the abolitionists, the suffragists, the civil rights leaders have put into making this country more equal for all of us. As the writer and the civil rights activist James Baldwin once said, quote, "All that can save you now is your confrontation with your own history," end quote. Confronting that history means reckoning with this country's ugly history of slavery, the deadly Civil War that was fought in an attempt to maintain that brutal social order, and that's what it was fought for. It also means facing the fact that the people who settled this country massacred an unknown number of people who had been native to this land. But when Baldwin spoke about history, he was not asking us to be a scholar of Americans' past, like the guest I'm going to talk to in just a moment. He was just asking white Americans in particular to reckon with how this country has succeeded at the expense of other groups. Quote, "One can't afford to care what happened in the past, but your history has led you to this moment, and you can only begin to change yourself and save yourself by looking at what you are doing in the name of your history," end quote. If you believe, as I do, that Trump's return to the White House will likely be more extreme than his first administration, then there will be some rough times ahead that are going to test our faith in democracy itself. But perhaps more importantly, it will test our faith in each other. This country may not be as equal and just as we wish it were, but it doesn't mean that it can't be. This isn't the first test of America's democracy. It will not be the last. If you believe in democracy, then you have to be an active participant in it on an ongoing basis. As Coretta Scott King, the wife of Martin Luther King Jr. and a civil rights leader in her own right, once remarked, quote, "Struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom is never really won. You earn it and win it in every generation," end quote. As Trump prepares to return to the White House with the promise of mass deportations and plans to gut the federal government in order to install his diehard acolytes, we can no longer afford to be naive about what this country and its people have done in the past and what it is capable of doing in the present. We need to recalibrate our way of thinking so that we can figure out the best way forward.